Hey everyone, this video is my November wrap-up. So as I suspected, I did not get through my entire TBR list for November. It was just a crazy month. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, which is why I haven't been filming as much, which I apologize for. But I did get a few books out of the way that I got read. The first one I don't have a physical copy of because it was on my Kindle, but that book is One Dark Throne by Kendar Blake. I gave this book 5 stars. I've talked about it in other videos of mine. I need to post a full review about it because I love it so much. I am so totally entranced with the entire world and the characters. And if you don't already know, it's the second book in the Three Dark Crowns trilogy. One Dark Throne is action-packed. I felt like the first book of this series, Three Dark Crowns, was a little slow. But I liked that it was slow because it gave you build up and it built the backstory. It got you to fall in love with the characters and you just don't know which of the 3 queens you like the most. And at the end, it's like you don't want any of them to die. The premise of the book is there's these 3 triplets. They all have these powers. One can manipulate nature. One is a poisoner, which means she can ingest any types of poison. And then the other one is an elemental, which means she can control the elements of wind and fire and earth and ice and all of this stuff. But they have to kill each other. Bluntly, they have to kill each other in order for one of them to be the queen. So that's the premise of the book. I just finished the second one in the beginning of the month. I completely devoured that book. I completely am obsessed with that series. I cannot wait for the next one to come out. But if you haven't read the Three Dark Crowns, I don't know if it's going to be a trilogy, but if you haven't read this series, get on it. Read this series. It is so, so good. You will not regret it. I gave it 5 stars, and I highly, highly recommend it. So check it out. The next book that I finished in November is Monster by Michael Grant, which I already made a complete review video on this book. So if you are interested in this book, check out that video. I will post the link to that video down below. But again, this is sort of a continuation, but it's sort of a new series in its own right as well. It continues on from his original series, which is the Gone series. It picks up 4 years after the events of that have ended. But there's new characters. It's a new story. This is going to be a trilogy in its own right. But it was fantastic. So if you are interested in learning more about the book Monster by Michael Grant, one of my favorite authors, then check out that video and I will post that link down below. In this series that I am reading right now, I have you to thank for, BookTube. I will be forever in your debt for giving me this series. I freaking love it so much. I cannot tell you how much I love this series. But that is, of course, Sarah J. Maas, A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I just finished A Court of Mist and Fury, which is the second one. And tomorrow, on my doorstep, Amazon will be delivering the 3rd book in this series, and then the 4th book of this series comes out in May. I love this book. I cannot tell you how much I love this book so much, how happy I am that I bought these books, because I will give them a place of pride on my bookshelf. That is how much I am completely obsessed with this series. Now, disclaimer, I will tell you that when I first open up the book, when you first open the book, you find a map. Love maps, by the way. Any book, when I first open up and there's a map, I completely geek out about that. I'm such a nerd, but I love books with maps. I sit here for a good half an hour before I even start any chapters in the book I sit here a good half an hour and I study the crap out of these maps. I want to know the world. I want to know the places. I want to know where these characters have been and where they're going. I am a complete map nerd. Anyway, I love the fact that it has a map, but I opened it up and I saw the word fairy. And if you know me, my friends know this about me. If I'm reading a book in the bookstore, you know, I'm looking at the cover or the back cover and I'm trying to figure out if I want to buy it and read it, any signs of the word fairy or supernatural or anything like that, mystical, magical, whatever, unless it's Harry Potter, I immediately am turned off by that book. I immediately put it back on the shelf and I'm like, no, I don't want anything to do with that. So I was nervous because I didn't know that about this book. I knew nothing about this other than the fact that all of you talk about how great this series is. So I decided I'm going to take your word for it. I'm not going to care about the fairies. I'm just going to read it and make my own opinion about it. Well, I loved it. I loved every word about it. I am completely obsessed with fairies now. I might have to read more books about fairies. I don't know. I didn't think that I would like it. I really went into this book with low expectations. And I came out and I am just a super fan now of Sarah J. Maas. Her writing is gorgeous. I mean, apart from the story, apart from the plot and the characters, just her writing style is just completely brilliant. It's so pretty. It's so poetic. I love it so much. I cannot say enough good things about this series. I'm literally counting down the hours until Amazon delivers the third book. I've already read the 3-chapter preview on my Kindle of it, and it ended in a place where I'm just like, what? I have to know more. So I can't wait to continue reading that. The first 3 chapters of the third one are brilliant, as are all the other chapters and all the other books, but I love this book. And I got really excited because I got a gift card for Books A Million for my birthday. Thank you, Aunt Kim. And I had just finished A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I needed to go get the second one. And so I was fully prepared to go in and use my entire $25 gift card on the second book because I knew that, you know, hardcovers are like, a $20 bill. So I knew that might be the only book that I would get with that gift card, but it was totally worth it. Well, I went in and saw this guy. He was on sale. Not only was this one on sale, but these 2 of her other series were on sale as well. So I had already picked up Throne of Glass, which I'm completely excited to start. I think I'm going to start it after I'm done with Court of Thorns and Roses, but my phone is dying, so it might cut me off. But I saw those other books on sale and I knew I had to get them. I got the second and third one online, which should be here tomorrow too. But if you are interested in that series, they are all on sale at Books A Million right now. So get on booksamillion.com and pick it up right now. Anyway, I was so completely obsessed with the Sarah J. Maas series, and those are hefty books. The first one's not so bad, actually. I think there's only like 400 pages or so in the first one, but the second guy is a thickin'. There's like, I want to say there's over 600 pages. I don't know the exact number, but this one took me quite a few days to get through. I'd say 3 or 4 days to get through, but I've been so high on Sarah J. Maas that I have really not wanted to read anything else because I've just kept going to the store and buying the Sarah J. Maas books. That's really all. Those 4 books. That's it. That's my November wrap up. I'm so ashamed that I only got through 4 books this month, but like I said, it was 4 amazing books. 4 books that I cannot wait to read more of. They're either, the start of a series or the middle of a series, but I'm going to continue reading the next Sarah J. Maas book tomorrow, which is the 3rd one in A Court of Thorns and Roses. And I think I'm just going to do a whole video on that series once I complete it. It'll probably have to be after May because that's when the fourth one comes out. But I'm rambling and my camera is dying and my phone is dying and the light now has shifted. So those 4 books, 5 stars, check them out. That's all. That's it. That's all she wrote for my November TBR. But thank you so much for watching. I'm planning on doing a book haul here in the next couple days, so make sure you watch out for that. I have lots of new books that I'm excited to talk about and to read. And if you want to see more videos on book hauls or reviews that you want me to do or books that you want me to check out, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll see you all later. Thanks again for watching. Bye.